And we are live once again.
Back together. No snow this time.
Yes, I was going to say, we are together for the first time this calendar year.
It is precipitating, though.
Yeah, this is rain. No, we're having a warm streak right now.
We are.
We're having that mid-winter thaw, if you want to really call it that, because it's been a weird winter weather. It's been more warm than...
It's been up, it's down, it's up, it's down,
yeah.
It's all around.
But no, global warming is not a thing.
Nope, definitely not.
So welcome all of you.
Hello, Debbie.
Good evening, Debbie.
Welcome to the preamble. Yes, Annie. Hey,
hey, Allison. How's it going?
It's in front of me.
Yes, it is in front of you.
I think Allison was the other. So, would you like to explain to the people?
Explain what? The fact that we don't have a list?
That Spawn's brain dead.
Spawn is brain dead tonight. And, of course, as Dad, I can say, and how is that different from usual?
I'm not pretending like I'm not.
Okay. Like you normally pretend like you... Never mind.
We're being honest tonight, Father.
So, yes, you have undergone a series of ridiculous illnesses, and you're not really, quote, sick. You're not really, quote, recovered either.
No, we're in that fun in-between stage.
Yes, so your energy levels are a bit off. But you are still here, and we are still here doing this because, after all, we are doing it for the people who are watching it.
So if you are one of the people that joined us last month, and wow, already!
I was going to say that was fast.
That was so fast.
Our first troll. We haven't even explained what we're doing yet.
Yeah. So if you are one of the people who joined us last month that wanted to sign up for this month, I know there was a couple of you. Please tell us again, because Spawn didn't write it down. Spawn didn't write it. Oh, and also, I would like to do, before we get into the meat of things, I would like to just do a shameless plug for my friend.
Go for it.
Here, I'm going to stand up a little bit so you can see. So my friend has an awesome small business where she makes excellent accessibility and disabled merch. So if you would like to go get yourself or your loved ones some super awesome, fantastic disability and disability merch, I'm going to put the link to her store in the comments. Help a small disabled business owner. Yay!
By the way, since we got that for you for Christmas, how, as far as like actual products that you can actually say, hey, this is good quality, or this is really kind of crappy quality, how would you?
Oh no, I love it. It's very comfy.
Is it? Okay.
It's very comfy. It's very soft.
That's actually thicker than most t-shirts.
Yeah, that's also why I like it a little bit too, because I run cold.
And here's something else we haven't had for a while. Sound Guy is back.
Sound Guy is back!
You have the disembodied voice of Sound Guy, who will throw insults at us periodically and make otherwise inane comments, and then we will respond with similar inane comments back to him.
I would never throw insults at you, Bruce.
Lies. Allison, it was one. I was right. I was like 5 minutes ago, I'm like sitting here going, I think it was Allison.
So, hey, Samaya, we got you on the list, and we have Debbie on the list too. And those, because they contacted us today.
Yes.
So, but yes, the list from before that you wrote down or you didn't write down from January was Allison and
Allison so far.
And okay. Which means we have some more spots available.
We do. So if you
Gabby wants to be on it.
We got you, Gabby. All right. Well,
so anyway, while you're what are you doing? Are you trying to find the?
I'm putting the link in the comments, like I said I was going to.
As you can tell, we're a little discombobulated getting going this evening, but no big deal.
Kate, I see you, Kate. I will put you on the list, Kate.
I was gonna say, you mind the comments? I'll start doing the explanation.
Yes.
So welcome to all you first-time viewers and all you not first-time viewers. I just want to say welcome back at that point to the February 2023 once and only, because we're only gonna be on the live once this month. Free psychic live stream. And so what we are doing tonight, like all the times we've done this live stream, is that we are doing tarot card readings unless you specifically say you want something else, like oracle cards. But for the most part, we like 99.9% of the readings we do are tarot cards.
Yes, Annie, I got you.
And so it's a 3-card reading. When it is your turn, and please be patient, because after all, we only can do them, as fast as we get through them. And so the people that are on the list right now get first dibs. We have some slots available because we are doing 10 readings tonight. And we have, how many do we have on the list right now between our already pre-signed? Wait, that's what, 6? Something like that?
Yep, we have 6.
So
we have 4 spots.
So we have
left.
4 slots left over. And then we also have a wait list too. So
no, Jesse. No, there isn't.
Bruce, what am I thinking right now?
I don't care.
Just a reminder, folks, they are tarot readers and not mind readers.
Are we happy he's back?
I know you are.
I mean, yeah, it's nice to not have to drive myself home.
Anyway, so when it is your turn, 3-card tarot reading, you can ask a question or not, totally up to you. And we will give you a reading on that. So the idea is that you have the 2 of us, you have the Spawn, the Fae, and you have the Lord Fafnir or the Dragon or Red, Bruce, whatever you want to call us. Just don't call us late for dinner. So ask which one of us you would like to have be your point person if you had a choice. We're both going to talk about your reading anyway, but if you want to have someone kind of lead it, feel free to ask for that person. Ask for which kind of deck you would like to have us read from, because we have multiple decks in front of us. Both of us have our Dragon Tarot. That's our kind of like our go-to all-purpose deck. Red has the Swiss 1-1J deck as well. We often call that the Dark Shadows deck because that was used on the old TV show Dark Shadows. And then I have, for those people who want to go and do relationship readings, I have the Tarot of Sexual Magic, and I must give the disclaimers, yes, it is R-rated. Not that, by the way, it's a true sexual deck, because actually it's only a minority of the cards which are a bit sexual. But when we draw cards, we're going to show you the pictures, in which case you might see some TNA on that red deck. So that's kind of the disclaimers there.
There might be what? Boobs and butts? Oh, no.
Oh, yes, that's exactly what you see.
Lions and tigers and
you might,
bears.
anyway, if that is there. But this is a little safe zone. Whatever happens here stays here. That and the audience who's actually listening to us. So
we don't make it a habit of airing people's dirty laundry.
no, we typically don't. But on the other hand, we also don't sugarcoat. This is we even though we kind of joke around an awful lot, we do take these readings very, very seriously, and we don't pull any punches. Hey, if you get great cards, we'll tell you great things. If you get crappy cards, we're going to tell you that too.
Yep.
It's just kind of the way it is. So did I miss anything, or did I get all the fundamentals?
Nope, I think you got it.
Okay. So yes. So when it is your turn, pick your person, pick your deck. Oh, I did forget one thing. Also, give us a number.
Oh, the number.
Yes, between 1 and 78. The idea behind this is that if we were doing this live, if you were in front of us, actually, not we're doing this live, but if you were personally here, we would give you the card deck to shuffle to put your own energy in there. Obviously, with a live stream, we can't do that. But we want some of your energy anyway. So tarot decks have 78 cards. I'm trying to get this through before I look at Jesse's stupid ass comment on the screen right now.
We're off to a
78 cards. So
y'all.
whatever number you pick between 1 to 78, we will find that position in the deck, and that becomes the top card for your 3 cards.
Wow, you're doing a real good job at not looking.
Now look, what did he write? Oh, good God. Really?
He loves trucks and animals. Yeah.
We love. Yeah, he's back. Isn't that an Elton John song? I'm a bitch. Oh, the bitch is back.
Hey, minute, Bruce. You missed it.
So, okay. Also, one more thing. If you need to come earlier or later in the order of things, do let us know, because this is very much we make a list and you're just kind of on it where you're on it.
This is true. But yeah, if for some reason you are like watching us where it's 3 a.m. because we've had that before,
Yes.
or if you have to go to an appointment and can't stay on the entire stream because we're gonna be
need to
on
put toddlers to bed.
or that too. Just let us know and we can definitely move you up because we'll be on this until we get through this. And so typically we're gonna be on for the next. I know that made no sense at all, did it?
We
We are gonna be live streaming until we have completed all of the 10 readings. which takes probably about 90 minutes, sometimes a little bit longer. Because remember, the first time we did this, we went over like 3 hours.
Yeah, that's also because we didn't have a cap. We just kept
No,
going.
we just kept going and going because we were trying to.
You did like 16 those
Yeah.
first couple sessions.
Well, yeah.
Hey, we had to work out. the
Anyway,
bugs.
so
I was tired.
on that note, shall we begin?
Yes, so in no particular order, again, if there's an order that y'all need to be in, do let us know.
Well, shall we go for Allison? Because she officially did sign up last month.
That is true. So, yep. Hey, Allison.
So you want to do Allison, and then we go to Debbie and Samaya?
Sure, that works for me.
So be prepared.
I have list. It's here. I have it.
And we still have some spots, correct?
We do. We have. Oh, here we go. Both sexy deck 3. I'm about to dip my toes back into the dating pool after some much introspection, taking time to get clear on what I want and what I will not accept. Will my efforts meet with success?
Wow, she's
Well, okay then.
I was gonna say that's very specific.
She knows what she wants.
And she wants 3, and the number shall be 3. Which, by the way, me being a numerologist, 3 is also the number of love. And 3 cards for love.
Love, love, love.
And we read cards upside down too, by the way. So
love, love.
we just had Valentine's too. So
I know. I figured that that's part of why we picked,
Well, yeah.
Oh my gosh, they're Lord, second one tonight. Goodbye.
I mean, we've gotten through some of these things without having any trolls.
I know.
Now we're being bombarded.
Yeah.
2 in the first 10 minutes. All right, I am ready. The cards are ready. So if you want to go ahead and flip the camera to the cards. Okay. So what we have here, Allison. We have. Yes, thank you, Cool Hand Luke over there. This is a great movie though. We have the inverted fool. We have the world, and then we have the inverted Knigget or knight of swords. So again, like I say, I read these cards upside down. Inversions mean that the meaning may or may not be a bit altered from what we would normally say. What are you doing?
Instead of trying to look over you, I just made this full screen for a sec so I could just.
Oh. So I'm going to turn these around because I want you to see the pictures. Because you have, oh my God, there's a little bit of canoodity here.
Oh no. Wait, are they canoodling?
They are canoodling, especially the Knigget. There's some canoodity in the on the Knigget card. A little bit on the world card too. So what I thought was rather interesting is that first off, from an element perspective, the Fool and the World officially are not part of any of the suits. The Knight is the swords rather is representing of air, more of the thought process than anything else. But also I kind of find interesting is that for the major arcana, you literally have the first and the last right here. The Fool and the World. Is Jesse giving us more comments?
Yes, and so is Gilletta.
Oh.
So we had Jesse saying, "Wait a second, those aren't trucks or animals," and then Gilletta, "My eyes."
All right. So, answer to the question first off is what did she say? Are her?
Oh, would you like me to scroll back up?
Yeah. What's the?
Basically, after much introspection and taking time, to take time to get clear on what she wants and what she will not accept.
Mm-hmm.
Will she find success with dipping her toes back into the dating pool?
Well, okay. Well, basically, there's the whole point of the Fool right there, where she's just putting her toes back in, so to speak. Here. Now, upside down.
But I love the Fool.
Oh, I do too. I mean, the people think about the Fool as being a quote bad card. No, it's more of it's the card of like perfect free will. That's why it's numbered 0, because that's the only official numerology. It's the only unique number in the universe. Every other number is replicated because you can reduce everything down to a single digit, which is a 1 through 9 circle, but not 0. And so you see here the picture of the Fool walking on the edge of the cliff. What is sound guy doing that you're just...
I am so sorry. The comments tonight are just so lively.
Oh.
So here's sound guy's latest. And
Oh,
and then
boy.
and then we have Jesse.
Oh boy, this is becoming like Saturday Night Live almost, isn't it?
I'd say sorry, Allison, but I know you're enjoying it.
Yes, that's certainly true. And I'm trying to do a serious reading here. Will you guys like knock it off?
I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm the one that has
That's
to
not gonna
read
work.
everything, though.
Yeah, I'm trying to ignore the comments right now. Yeah, by the way, she wanted both of us, so I don't have to do all the talking. Actually, I'm not going to do all the talking.
No,
You're going to talk, so.
No, I know. I'm just
Anyway.
letting you talk first.
So the point of, yeah, you're walking on the edge of the cliff. Your quest stands on the edge of a knife. Stray but a little, and it will fail to the ruin of all. Had at least get one token comment in there, right?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
that works for me.
So anyway, but yeah, welcome to dipping your foot back in the water, so to speak here. And you're traveling, the picture here, the traveling with the whole one of the little sticking the little bag over the neck there, like the old running away from home concept here.
Oh my God.
It's like you're definitely not going to go back the direction you came. And nor should you, by the way. You know, what is out there? You see a little background, there's a little couple going out in the grass right there. You know, you're going to decide yourself, you know,
Honestly,
when you're ready for something like that and when you're not.
Thanks for pointing that out. I thought those were just more bushes.
No, that's a little couple back there going at it.
Thank you for pointing that out.
Sure thing. And the idea is that, as you probably already know, the concept of give and take in a relationship is paramount. It is not someone gives and someone takes. It's supposed to be relatively equal. Well, we like to try that anyway. Your second card, the world, the one card that was not upside down. Number 21, 2 and 1 make 3. Haha, we're back to the whole number 3 again. It's also the last of the major arcana. And the thing is, it's also one of the most complicated to interpret because the world is everything. You're trying to really throw me off, aren't you?
No, I'm the one that has to read all the comments and
Yeah,
keep up to date.
but now you're putting it on the screen so everyone else can see it as well.
We're
So anyway,
having a
so the thing
lively
is,
night.
yes, exactly. So you see here the whole point of, and by the way, this deck is drawn specifically at, you know, in the heterosexual point of view because it's about male and female energy. It's not about actual gender. So Allison could be the guy in the second card, which is definitely the guy in the first card. But the reality is, you need to flip back and forth between these two things because you can see here it's clearly the lady's on the, you know, on the bed of flowers getting a massage, and the man is actually giving it to her. So that's great. But today it's, you know, you're in this position, tomorrow you're in this position, and it's like, okay, so it's time to make sure that when you start out something new, that you get kind of that equal aspect, you know, from the get-go. Don't expect that you're going to either be giving all the giving or all the receiving, which I think, Allison, I think you're smart enough to already know that. But now it's time to put it in practice. And speaking of putting it in practice, all the Knigget of Swords there. Yes, this actually is one of the more graphic sexual cards in this deck. Shows a little bit of a deviant action going on, maybe. Ooh.
Oh,
okay.
no.
Oh, no.
Oh,
all right.
no.
But the idea is, okay. And by the way, Allison, I have no idea if you're into ass play or not, or if you like having your hair grabbed, because that's what the cards is showing, right? No, actually, it's a metaphor.
Yeah, they're throwing you off your game tonight.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
The actual most important thing in the card, by the way, is actually not this. It's the two people over here, because you see the door is wide open, and there's two people actually looking in and watching this, and they're laughing. What this card really is a more reference to actually is loss of inhibitions. And the idea of if you actually find something or someone that you find that you want to spend some time with, you're not really afraid anymore of, you know, what is the crowd going to react to this? Like, oh, you're with a person who, is not part of the in crowd. I mean, maybe before you cared about stuff like that. This card basically says, nah, you know, you've got your own wishes, you got your own dreams, desires, you got your own fantasies. You have your own sexual depravities, as this card suggests. And the thing is, and it's just like you don't really care at this point, you know, who really knows. I mean, maybe not actually like putting it in the newspaper, but the idea is that if something gets out, it's like you're not really concerned about that anymore.
Is it really any surprise to laughing at that dude? I mean, he's wearing leather underwear. That dude who's watching him through the window knows that dude is going. The dude in leather underwear is going to be chafed beyond belief in an hour.
So Jesse, the next time that y'all do a spoof of all the New Hampshire Fair acts and you're going to be Fafnir, being sure to include the whole ass play portion.
And the cod piece.
Oh, I'm having a time.
What's with this thing in your computer?
Oh, here. That's
Just get rid of it.
Yep, it's just a dumb notification. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Anyway, so the overall thing of, are you going to have some success? Well, this last card says you're going to just have some fun looking and nothing else.
Yeah, so it's also, I think what I'm also reading here, what you and your brain are determining as success right in this moment may not be what you finally decide is success when you achieve it. Because that usually happens to me whenever I decide to like go on the romantic journey. I'm like, okay, I've done all the introspection. I think I finally know what I'm looking for. And sound guy was not the plan. I'm gonna just throw that out there.
Thank God. I mean, there was a plan.
Look, we've seen some of your previous plans.
So yeah, no, you took most of my talking points, but I also love the Fool as the basis for you to be starting this journey. Like,
Absolutely.
No matter what position the Fool is in, I love the Fool because you know what you want and you're not going to let anybody tell you don't.
The upside down Fool, by the way, really doesn't make that much of a difference because
no, not really.
A 0 upside down is still a 0.
Yeah. The upside down Fool is more for me. I'm like, oh, you have more doubters, or at least more vocal doubters.
And sometimes maybe you doubt yourself a little too much too. So you're having a little bit of a confidence issue when you're heading into the journey.
You can be included in your own vocal doubters.
Oh yes.
Hi to everyone joining us on YouTube. We do have a couple of spaces available. We are doing 3 card readings, so if you have a question that you would like to have answered, you can do that. If you don't and you would just like to have a general reading, that is also fine.
What was that last comment from the YouTube thing? Was that someone legit or was that?
Yeah, she wants some. It's a long question.
Oh, okay. Is that someone who actually wants a reading later on?
Yes. Mary, if you Mary the Aries, if you stick around, because basically the way that we do this, we have a list of people that we are reading tonight. We do 10 readings per stream. Basically, if you're patient and willing to watch, hang on, I'm gonna.
Yeah, go back to.
If you're patient and willing to watch and hang around, then you can absolutely have a reading tonight, and we can try to answer that question for you.
We'll put our name down on the list before we forget, because the comments keep coming. Allison, do you have any follow-up questions on that? I hope that was informative / helpful / useful something. While all the other comments were going on while I was trying to do that reading.
What reading?
Yeah, thank you.
Is there a time aspect to any of these?
Not based upon those 3 cards. We'd have to draw a card to clarify it. Is she asking that now?
That was a follow-up question.
Well, let's just draw another card just for fun. Let's see what we got here. Don't bother flipping the camera.
Okay.
The 3 of Earth.
Well, we've got the 3 again.
Also, we have the picture of sex in the kitchen. Actually, what that is.
Ooh,
baby, pots and pans, and the couple going at it there right now. So, but if you want to look from time point of view, because that was the question, what's the time factor?
Mm-hmm.
And the number shall be 3. That would be next month, March. How about that? Maybe in a restaurant, maybe with a chef.
Hold on, I just got to go back through these comments and just what happened here?
It really kind of dissolved into just a bunch of.
Oh wow.
Do I dare even read those from Jesse?
I didn't realize that the core thieves were planning on incorporating ass play this year.
As part of the act?
Apparently,
Oh
they're
boy.
planning on using shoes to
Yes,
do it.
yeah, they're doing it in the shoe, is what he said.
A really big
Kinky
shoe.
punks you hang out with, just saying.
Yeah, where's Ed Sullivan? You need to have a really big shoe.
And if you are willing to stick around, we can put you on the list as well. This is kind of it. Basically, we put you on the list and kind of get to you.
First come, first serve, essentially.
That was the phrase I was looking for and
Yes.
couldn't think of.
So speaking of that, Debbie and Samaya, you are the next two.
And
The next two contestants
yeah,
on.
no, Debbie is here and like Debbie's ready.
Oh,
So General, Dragon, both 24. So I don't know which dragon you would like to start with.
well, let's do yours.
Okay.
And Samaya will be coming after that. 24, you said, right?
Yes. Yes, Gabby. Yes, I am. I am double fisting wine and water. Thank you.
Don't say double fisting in front of sound guy.
Oh, I don't have to. No, I don't have to worry about that. I have to worry about pegging.
Ah.
This is a hell of a show tonight. This is not what I was expecting for the evening. I'll tell you that.
Apparently, you just broke Michelle.
Did I? Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. When you are ready, we can flip the cards for Debbie's general reading.
Flippy flip.
So 24.
Yes,
Trying to get
Amanda.
to
It's a
sick.
spicy night.
Mamma mia, that's a spicy meatball.
Mamma mia, that's a spicy taro.
Something like that, yes.
Oh, I
Oh, I
wish they
suppose I
would
should-
focus better.
If I do that, if that's a little better. So we have Queen of Wands, or otherwise known as Aries in the old Zodiac department. We have the Five of Cups and the inverted Three of Swords.
One moment.
Yes.
And disregard the person that just messaged you in the comments. That is a person that is attempting to scam you. So I have blocked them. But
Another one, the Bellini, whatever the
yeah, and they
Bellani
were going after Anne, who I don't believe I've seen in our comments before. So I just wanted to let her know.
Yes. Today's a troll night, apparently, too.
Yep, the
it's
scammers.
it's a spicy night and it's a troll night.
Are they
Maybe.
trolling through YouTube? Because I'm not seeing them on Facebook.
No, you see, yeah, they're on Facebook, and I'm getting them through the StreamYard thingy mahoozy.
Yeah, we've had 3 of them now already.
Yep.
Ridiculous.
I'm not even seeing any of those comments pop up. You must be nailing them quick then.
I am.
She's good that way.
I am watching. Anyway.
You have ESP.
So, fire, water, air. Let's see. Numerology wise, Queen, 5, and 3. So nothing really stands out there. Flip to this one, but even though this was upside down. Do you want to start yakking on this one, kid? Or you want me to go first?
Oh, I'll go first, especially if we're just doing a general.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot happening.
Gee, do you think?
Yeah, I do. So, I mean, first we have my card. I appreciate. Always love seeing a Leo card out in force.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you Leos. It's got to be the center of attention.
Always. So that's not a bad space to start in, especially in the positioning of it. So this is kind of, I don't like the progression of these cards, essentially, because it looks like, yeah, we're starting out with a decent amount of energy and a decent amount of self-confidence, and we know who we are and we know what's going on, and then we get to the Five of Cups. Cups being for emotions, our heart, 5 being the number of reevaluation, also the lightning in the background that you're swimming away from. Perhaps something did not go according to plan. And then the 3 of Swords. Isn't that artwork just so comforting?
Well, it is the universal.
Yes.
Most tarot decks, the picture of the 3 of Swords has some variation of 3 swords stabbing a heart.
We do have a deck where that is not the case, though.
Yeah, actually, it's my red deck.
And it's this deck.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this 1/1J deck does not. The Dark Shadows deck does.
Oh, well, but
So it's only most for other people's decks.
the Sexual Magic Tarot does actually does not have a nice picture though. Has an infidelity picture in it.
Yeah, this one is just more playing with symmetry with
Play of
swords.
symmetry. Interesting. Okay.
And oh, Debbie says, yep. Okay, so yeah, so we're having a less than good progression, which I am sorry. We don't like progressions in that direction.
Well, I mean, it looks like you're starting out, you have the energy, you have the confidence, to get a little bit more specific. I oftentimes refer to the 5 of Cup cards as the swimming away from toxicity.
My God.
Another one, Donnie.
Yep.
Bye-bye, Donnie.
Got it.
Go with Marie. Swimming away from toxicity, that emotional aspect, basically letting someone, something, or both go that has been a drain on your emotions. And then even though the 3 of Swords is that card, which you see the picture, the 3 swords stabbing a heart, Swords is really about the brains. This is not so much a card about like automatic heartache. It's more of the card about how you try to logically and mentally process emotional wounds. So it's that kind of like, it's that mixture there. So it's more like, if you're having the heartache, it's happening here.
Yeah.
Have any spots left on the list?
Yes.
Lachey Hicks is looking for a reading.
Okay. Got you.
There's also Stealth Death 24.
Looking for an interpretation of somebody else's reading that they did.
Yeah, which I was actually going to throw that up after and talk about that a little bit. Because no.
Well, we could potentially, but
it's not an impossibility, but that's not something that I personally do. I don't like to critique other psychics' work.
True.
I don't feel like that's my
especially
place.
because we have no idea what deck they were using and what the connotations were.
Exactly.
Anyway, so back to this one. Yeah, I mean, obviously, Debbie, wish we could say something kind of nicer for you, but it's like, it's not as if the bomb's going to drop out of your market, so to speak, here, but it's just like it kind of shows how you this card, the middle card here is the big one here. It's like it's time for you to actually get away from something which has been causing you an emotional grief. This is processing. The thing is, this could be processing the grief that you were going through before you even decided to go away. Or this could be the processing of the fact of by doing this, it's going to cause more emotional grief that you now have to process, or maybe it's a combination of both, to tell you the truth. But the idea is that you at least have the strength to basically finally go to this situation and kind of go, yeah, I got to get away from this.
Mm-hmm.
Want to get away?
We must get away from the lightning.
Yes. And you're going to be better off, even though you can't see a very good image of where you're going towards the new shore. But the thing is, it's so much better than where you've been. It'll be better. It'll suck in the short term, but in the long term, it'll be better.
Yeah.
That's typically what happens in things like this.
Yes. You have to go through the gross to get to the other side and actually start working your way up again.
Well, I've been working my way back to you, babe. Or something like that.
So let us know if you have any questions or follow-up comments on that. And Samaya, if you are still here, it's your turn.
All right, I'm going to put these back in your deck and reshuffle.
Hey, Debbie, that's all anybody can ask of you. Like, you're actually doing the work. Like, humans as a species, we are avoidant.
No.
I know. I told you something that has shocked you to your core.
This is my shocked face.
This is my happy face.
Okay. Samaya is here and ready.
Alrighty.
So we have Spawn taking point, the sexual tarot, number 5. About to start trying for pregnancy. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see what we can see about that.
Practice a lot.
Sound guy said.
Oh, I'm betting that the comments for this are also going to be just a hoot. I am sorry that it's been rough for you, Debbie. I'm hoping that you got people to lean on.
I did shuffle this deck, did I not?
You did.
Yes, I know I did, but because look what popped up.
Well, hey, I like it. I like that for a start.
Okay.
I like that as progression.
We have one card which is the same as the last one. Two other cards, two different cards, but yeah.
Second verse, same
Same
as
as the first. Well, not quite, but
Hey, you keep sliding out of the. Come back here.
what?
Come back. You keep
Come back.
You keep doing this. You keep just.
I'm Henry the Eighth. I am. Okay. Flip over to the cards, please.
Gilletta, you win. Gilletta, guess which card it was.
Yes, it was the Fool. Actually, the Fool this time not inverted, regular size.
Which still love the Fool. Still love
Along with the Knave of Swords, otherwise known as Gemini, and the one inverted one, upside down one is still a one, by the way, but it's the Ace of Cups, Ace of Chalices in this case. So, combination of air and water. All right, take it away, Spawn.
Shall take it away. So my just for my own.
Oh, when she's a Gemini, she says.
That also. Yeah, we are taking questions from YouTube as well, but as I said, we have a list that we have started from. There are some people that signed up beforehand. Thank you. So this is very much a first come first serve to our people on YouTube who might be a little confused. Anyway, Samaya, just for my own clarification, is this the first time that you are trying to get pregnant? Have you been pregnant before? Just ooh, Gemini, Cancer. You're very, very full of water. So yeah, no, for a starting point for the pregnancy journey, the Fool is great start because you literally have nowhere to go but up. So
Practicing is what's going on in the background of the card, right?
basically, yeah, that's kind of actually how I was thinking of phrasing that.
Yeah, well.
But yeah, this is your like you got I don't know, that's not a rucksack, but your little thing on your stick there, you're ready to go. You're prepared. Off you go. And look at the way he's walking too. He's jaunty a little bit. Merrily making his way.
Mm-hmm.
Off we go. Tra-la. So, and then sorry, what is the middle one again?
Knave of Swords.
Okay, Knave. Well, so the middle looks at least like you're gonna have a good time.
The old kiss my ass card.
A little bit. Hey, I'm not gonna judge. But yeah, no. So the middle at least looks like the practicing, the trying process is going to be fun for you. I like that. I like that for you. And this, yeah, and this is your first time. So yeah, so that even makes more sense for the Fool because the Fool's like, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I am here we're doing it anyway. And that's I feel like most first time parents are like that. Don't know what's gonna happen, but we're doing it anyway. Based on the progression that I'm seeing, especially like the two nice little sex scenes that we have going on in the two cards in the back half there. Could you actually just draw me a clarifier real quick?
Yeah. Leo again.
Oh.
Queen of Wands, the sex dex version of the Queen of Wands. I'm gonna put it over there. So
what I'm getting from this, and feel free to back me up or not, Dad, is it's going to work out for you, just perhaps not quite on the timeline you were thinking.
well, the thing is, patience.
Yes.
Because the last card here, this actually is one of my favorite cards in this deck. Yeah, it's a picture of a bedroom scene. But Chalices is about emotion, because water is the emotional suit. And unlike the sword suit, or like we saw before, and this one too, is where pretty much the sword suit is actually where you see most of the nudity. The water suit, you almost see almost none of it, even though there's a lot of, quote, sex scenes going on there. But there's people covered over. And you can tell that it's more about the emotional thing. You look at the people here and you can say that yes, this is sex, but it's more lovemaking than just actual fornication.
Hold on, pausing
So
again.
it's
One more time for our YouTube people. we are taking questions from YouTube, but we are working from a list of people who signed up before tonight. Thank you. Samaya is questioning if there is anything we can tell her about the timeline.
Well, perhaps since you asked for the clarifier, maybe that's your answer. Because remember, that's Leo.
August.
That's 6 months from now.
Yep. Late July into August.
Mm-hmm. So the thing is, yeah, the Queen of Wands may have shown up there not because of the actual card / picture, but it also doubles as the zodiac, the sign for Leo. Like I said, that's in about 6 months. So about the time that Red's having a birthday.
Which, speaking of, we're going to tell you a little fun thing about Red's birthday this year a little bit later.
So that's how I would interpret that. But if you want me to try a 5th card just to see if there's any clarification on that. 4 of Pentacles. Seduction, but not really anything. I think the Leo is more appropriate on that one. So that is what we got.
And Gates, we do have you on the list, so if you just stick around for us to call your name, because we do try to let people know, ahead of time. Like, as an example, we have right now Annie, Gabby, and Kate. That is the current order we have going.
And then I think Anne comes after that.
Yes.
So, Samaya, do you have any other follow-up questions before we move on? That was interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it is definitely going to work out. It's just,
oh yeah, well, the whole,
might be working at it a little longer than you
also
were
the
hoping.
Ace of Cups, the fact of it, it shows the patience, it shows the fact of the love, the aspect of, if at first you don't succeed,
No, what we were saying is we're thinking that
she's asking again about the time frame.
Yeah, so what we were saying about the time frame before is that you drew a card of Leo, meaning August.
9 months is usually the time frame.
Of the getting of the pregnant genius.
Of the starting of the pregnancy, moron.
So
this is why he's off camera.
We're going to have to talk about that a little bit later, too.
Yes, we are.
Oh, boy.
I don't know what you mean by that's going to defeat the purpose. I was born in August. People can be like, you can.
Oh, she said she wouldn't be doing it then?
Okay.
Okay. All right. Let's try this again then. Samaya, give me a number. Any number between 178. I took the red deck, I reshuffled it. I put the cards back in and reshuffled because I thought we were moving on. But so we'll do a clarifier. Let's see if we come up with that from a time frame point of view.
Which I'm very confused
34.
as to
okay.
how that doesn't work out, but
No matter, we'll try it again.
counting.
1, 2, 3. Bingo. No, that's okay. I got another one. Put the camera on.
Okay. Ooh. Pull
Ooh.
that down. Pull that. There we
Try
go.
it again.
There we go.
We still got some stupid glare there.
A little bit.
Knave of Pentacles, which, by the way, is another astrological sign. Another fire sign. Sagittarius. So now we're talking between Thanksgiving and Christmas. Well, granted, that's a ways off, but...
And also, Samaya, you get out of readings what you put into them. If there's a specific piece of detail that you want to know, but you're not giving it to us because it's controversial or whatever it may be, then that means that we kind of have to sort of do what we can with less information. So,
well, I mean, it is... I mean...
I'm just saying, like,
we don't fish for info. I mean,
no,
they say you tell us as much or as little as you want to.
No, I know, but she's like there's a piece that you're leaving out because you're saying there's a piece you're leaving out because it's controversial.
Okay.
then that makes it harder for us to tell you exactly what you want to
Well,
know.
I'm going point blank here, but since I got a card which is a zodiac, I go Sagittarius. Okay, time frame of that. Yeah, that's okay. The holiday season this year between Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Yep.
That's the best thing I got on that one. So
Yep. So
already,
Annie, Gabby, Kate.
so Annie, you are the next contestant here.
Come on down.
I was gonna say, is Bob Barker still alive?
Yes.
Well, because he's not the one that went come on down. That was
The
Oh.
announcer.
yeah. Who was the announcer for The Price is Right?
Someone with a better voice than Bob Barker.
Thank you.
Dragons both 42 for Annie.
All right, we will go with my dragon deck that hasn't been used yet tonight.
Well then, let's do that then.
You said 40, right?
42. You know, the universal answer.
Yeah, you tell that story again.
Hi, Danielle from Ohio. Thanks for joining.
It's the answer to the question, what is the meaning of life?
Yes.
In the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. General, correct? No specific question.
Hi, Farida. I do see y'all in the comments. I don't know, Gabby. 42 is popular tonight.
All right, go ahead and flip it.
Flip. Flip.
So we have the inverted 10 of coins. We have the regular 3 of wands. And then we have the inverted 5 of swords. 3 different elements, earth, fire, and air. 10, 3, and 5. 1, 3, 5. Well, starting off here, upside down 10 turns into a 1. But in numerology...
Oh yeah, Gilletta, we know.
What's the matter?
It's not focusing properly.
Again?
Yeah. The camera only likes to focus sometimes.
It seems to be a little bit clearer on StreamYard than it does on Facebook. So I'm thinking some of the people that are seeing it blurry, it might be a Facebook issue. I mean, it is still a little bit blurry on StreamYard, but I noticed earlier it was considerably blurrier on Facebook.
Really?
That happens sometimes. Anyway.
Well, we only can do so much with this.
Scheduled sarcasm.
So 10 and 1 are, in fact, in numerology, 10 is reduced to a 1. 1's the beginning, 10's the transition from the start back to the beginning, or the end back to the beginning. So the thing is, it's the midnight turning back into the new day.
Yep.
So upside down doesn't really make much of a difference. Also because you've got 2 trees there. One of them's upside down. So make it upside down, and still one of them is still upside down. So the white and the black tree roots to the earth, white tree roots to the sky. I call them the trees of symmetry. The black tree is the tree that we feed off of for all the things to maintain our physical existence here. All the earthbound stuff that we do. Versus the white tree roots to the sky. That's the connection to the spiritual tree. That's the tree that, and obviously spirituality means different things to different people. It has the whole idea of why we enjoy actually being alive. If black is how we live, white is why we enjoy being here in the first place.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And there you are as the dragon between the two, realizing that, to actually, appreciate what you have here, you need to feed off of both. Don't necessarily say feed equally off of both, because there's going to be times where you definitely have to feed off of more than one than the other, because after all, that's just the way it is. But you have to make sure you get sufficient black sap and white sap to actually get through everything.
Danielle, we're doing 3-card tarot reading spreads. We are doing 10 tonight. We have a monthly live stream where we have 10 open spaces and we do 10 readings. That is what you have joined in. Thanks for joining.
Are all 10 spots now full?
I think we do. do your quick count there.
Here, keep going.
Okay. So that first card, the 10 of coins there, is one of the kind of cards that really kind of represents more of balance than anything else.
Maybe.
The real question becomes that with it being upside down, it kind of like I say a question to you, which I don't expect you to answer, is that do you actually realize, or do you think that you actually have a general balance? Because the first card says is that, yeah, you kind of do. Maybe because it's upside down, maybe you actually don't recognize it, but it in fact is there. 3 of Wands is the second card, the fire. And the number 3, the whole emotional number aspect. What's going on?
He decided to ask me a question and then look away from me. So,
So you couldn't answer it.
Much more use your words, but
no, I told him to keep going with
Anyway.
the reading, genius.
So the 3 of Wands, you have 3 symmetrical wands here, all lit.
Give me the pen back.
And you've got all this extra fire down here, which is kind of essentially singeing your tail and your wings here. The idea of, okay, the one card of the 3 which actually was not inverted. So the idea is that if this card shows balance, this card kind of shows that, okay, let's get on and do all the energy. Let's get everything done right now. Now. Little impatient, are you? And sometimes, if you have too many fires going, sometimes it winds up biting you in the ass, or in this case, burning you in the ass. So,
But when is she going to learn that lesson?
so back to the ass play.
Yeah, exactly. This is a big ass play night, apparently.
Oh, good. We're coming full circle.
So
thank God.
the idea is that you have to basically be very calm and understand exactly what you're actually doing before you totally get into it. Because really, I mean, I like the 3 of Wands as a general rule, but it's just that make sure, if you're going to play with fire, make sure you don't burn yourself in the process. And then the 5 of Swords, 5 for the reevaluation. As you see there, you've got 5 swords, and every dragon wants that middle sword. There's plenty of swords to go around, but no, everybody wants that middle one. Now, you are the biggest dragon. You've already wrapped around that middle sword. That's yours. And those other 2 little pissant dragons are essentially trying to nip at you and gnaw at you and just otherwise be annoying because they want your sword. Well, welcome to the world in competition. And how do you want to deal with that? Sometimes you can ignore it, and sometimes you just gotta basically, use your tail and swat them away. This one was also upside down because it kind of suggests that, sometimes when you zig, you should zag. And I think that's what you've been doing. And so maybe a little reminder of this is sometimes it's better to actually stand your ground. Because sometimes you need to do that.
Yes, you do.
You are the biggest dragon. That sounds like a new reality show.
You are the biggest dragon.
Goodbye.
Do you want to add stuff to that?
I mean, you took a lot of my talking points, but yeah, no, Annie, you got to use your words. You got to actually make your needs known.
And she's so good at doing that. Not.
Wow, called out.
Yeah, she's so every time I see her, that's exactly what I think. I think, my goodness, she is very good at communicating her needs.
We love you, Annie.
She knows we love her. She wouldn't be in our D&D
Annie,
group if we didn't.
You have to realize we're not laughing with you. We're laughing at you.
Oh, look, another one.
Another troll.
Yep. Bye.
And I'm drawn to you, love and light. Send me. Oh boy, really?
Yep. Every time.
Don't worry, Anne. We will get to you for a real reading in a little bit.
Yes, you are on the list.
Absolutely.
So, let me flip.
Yeah. So, Annie, do you have any follow up on this before we move on to who's next? Gabby.
And then, Kate, please sound off in the comments because I have not seen you for a bit, and I would like to know if you're actually still here or if we should just move forward.
Move on, and then because then Anne comes after that. So we've had 3 trolls now trying to get Anne.
2 specifically trying to get Anne.
Yeah, it's
We've
just
had 4 in total. Oh, hi, Kate. Thank you. Danielle, basically, the way that it works, I will explain again we have a lot of people
People
that
are chiming in for new. Yes.
Yes, we have a lot of new people joining us for the first time tonight.
Thank you for
guys.
joining in, by the way.
Yes, thank you so much. So basically, we schedule these they're every month in the middle of the month, usually.
On Thursdays.
And basically what you do is you can contact us via our Facebook page, our Instagram, our email, or you can literally just do what you're doing right now and hope that there will be a spot available. But since we do open it up to pre-books, it's always, if you wait until the night of, it's always dicey about whether you will actually get a spot or not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, typically, I'd say about half the spots are pre-booked, and the other half are like basically first come, first serve when we get on this live stream. So, and we do have a wait list, by the way, because typically when we have a lot of pre-books, usually at least one of them doesn't show up. So
yes, no, Kate. Yeah, no, sorry. You're not saying you're not paying attention, Kate. We just always are trying to check in to make sure people are still there, that people haven't fallen asleep, or whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we met in Harwinton. Very nice. Sorry, I can't actually see your profile picture. So, okay. And then Gabby said, Fafnir 6 General, please. I think I know what this is going to be about, so I'll just shut up.
Is this something you already know about, which I know nothing?
Probably, so I'll just shut up.
General, she said, though.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
but I have a feeling of what direction things might be going in.
Okay,
I do
well,
too.
I'll just talk about things in general.
Oh, I love Gabby.
Or how about in
Gabby said, as usual. Gotta come up and see him again sometime, Gab.
Well, all her cards are upside down.
Oh.
Every single one of them.
Oh, yes, they are. Oh, look, another one.
Another one bites
before.
the dust. Another one that we've seen before. And I did shuffle this deck twice, by the way, so I can't blame the deck.
Am I good to flip?
Flip it.
Flip.
All right, we have the reverse 2 of Cups, the reverse 5 of Cups, and the reverse Judgment. Judgment Day. All right.
I love Gabby's backing you up. She heard the shuffling.
All right, so remember they're upside down, but I want you to see the pictures. 2 cups of water, emotion, 2 and 5, and then 20 or 2 of Judgment. All right, Gabby, something which Sound Guy in Red know things about, of which I am blissfully ignorant, which is probably fun as well. All right, so first off, from the emotional perspective, time to simplify, but let's go for one thing. The first one, the 2 of Cups here, you need to, I don't want to say rethink your priorities, but it's more of, I know you've heard this before, it's like, always go for the highest mountain, reach and strive for the greatest thing there. Yeah, except for the fact that when it comes to emotional things, sometimes that doesn't work. And also from the metaphor perspective of this card shows, you're thirsty. And you've got two cups that you can choose from. One's up in the sky, which is going to be harder to get, and one which is on the ground right next to the bloody stream where the water supply is. And you're thirsty. And of course, as you see, the dragon, is swooping down for the cup, which is the easier one on the ground. Why? Well, you know what? In some cases, that old adage of, strive for reach for the highest goal, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, that actually is good advice for a lot of perspectives. But in this specific situation, if you look at those 2 cups, the one that's up in the sky there is the same as the one that's on the bottom. It's not, this upper one's not filled with jewels. It's not twice the size. So the only reason you'd even bother to spend the extra effort to get that upper cup is your own hubris. So sometimes the easiest solutions are, in fact, the best.
Is this a work smarter, not harder?
Kind of a thing like that, yes. But again, it's more from the emotional point of view. And of course, that leads into the second one in the fact of you've seen this one before. We've talked about this before, the swimming away from the storm, getting away from something which is toxic to your soul, toxic to your emotions, and the idea of it's something that you don't want to do because maybe you're used to this hell. But and maybe you're afraid of the unknown because again, the picture of the card does not show much of the shore that this dragon is about to reach. However, that shore is calm versus the one that you left. Do you want to hang around during all that? I sure as hell wouldn't. The thing is, do you have the courage to actually get away from all that? Sometimes, again, simplifying, leaving up the nonsense over here, same as leaving the nonsense back here, which then flips over to judgment. And yes, judgment can be interpreted a whole bunch of different ways. But in the context of this, where you have a significant emotional decision to have to make, this one basically says, you know what, the multi-headed dragon, it's kind of like that, it's kind of like Law and Order, right? You know, the judge brings the hammer down on the gavel, case dismissed kind of a thing here, because here's the dragon with the hammer. The animal's on the ground. He's about ready to go smash it. Going to go, case dismissed. It's about resolving this thing finally. Judgment is about finally putting something to an end. Now, I'll grant you, putting it to an end does not necessarily mean it's going the way that you want. Hey, let's like take a court case. You win, yay! Let's celebrate. You lose, crap. But you know what? When the case is finally resolved, that means it's over. No more court appearances. No more lawyer bills. If you won, great, celebrate with humility. If you've lost, lick your wounds, heal. But in both regards, move on. And the big takeaway in the picture of judgment, the dragon's tail here is moving back and forth so fast, it's literally destroying the hill from where the dragon first came. It's the reminder of you can't go back to where you came, nor should you. Kind of like this. Get the hell away from the storm. It's all in your heart. It's in your soul. But the idea is that, and of course, this will only happen if you actually make it happen. But it's time for you to finally resolve some emotional shit that's been lingering for a long time. And by doing so, it's going to purify yourself and make you feel better. And it's actually going to simplify. You won't have as much baggage to worry about. Now, that's the generic perspective of this. And you can tell me if you have any other questions or not on this.
Damn, you're good. Don't let that go to your head, but damn, you're good.
Things are finally coming to a close.
Well, that's good.
Now, can I say anything, Gabby? Also,
I mean, if it needs to be private, by all
did-
means, don't say anything if you don't need to.
No, that's why I'm asking. But also, did you comment that in the form of a pun on purpose? Congrats, babe. Get the fuck out of there. She's moving.
Finally.
She is under contract. They've got an offer on the house. They are moving.
Yay.
Yeah, see, I thought when she said things are coming to a close, I'm like, that's a pun, isn't it? That was a pun.
Oh, I get it.
I see what you
I
did
get
there.
it. Oh,
She's
that's
funny.
she makes it funny and punny. Yeah, I get it. Ha ha. Tee hee.
So yes, congrats on downsizing.
Oh, is that what we're calling it?
I feel like a condo is smaller than a whole house. I thought that was kind of the thing, but hey, what do I know?
Mm-hmm. All right, let's put these away.
Yeah, and Kate, it is your turn. And then after Kate, we have Ann Gates. Everyone who is on the list, thank you so much for being patient. Farida, if you are cool with being literally the last person of the night, I can absolutely put you on the list. If not, we are doing this again in mid-March.
Mm-hmm. About St. Patty's Day. Close to it.
Oh, we have the first call for the Dark Shadows deck of the evening.
Ah, is that what Kate wants?
Yes.
53. Health.
Yes.
This will be interesting.
Oh yes, Gabby has one final thing to say when you were talking about simplification, literal simplification. We love it. $53. Also, Gabby, does that mean you're going to be slightly closer to me or farther? Like how? How much is this going to inconvenience me?
Yeah, it's all about you Leos, isn't it?
It is. Thank you.
All about me.
Oh God, I swear.
Oh, okay.
I have to double check these to make sure which ones are upside down and which ones are not, because sometimes they're so hard to figure out.
And you know which one is the one on the left, right?
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to make sure because I've messed that up a couple of times.
Okay.
'Cause I don't French.
So flip it. All right. So we have two cards which are inverted, and one middle one is actually the one card which is not inverted. So the thing is, here we have, because the deck is in French. This is the High Priestess upside down. We have the Six of Wands, and then we have the inverted Ace of Coins.
So for a health reading,
Flip those around here.
So first of all, the High Priestess is not feeling her strength at the moment. Not from the inverted position it looked like. Which, if we're looking at things from a health perspective, I'm not gonna like sit here and be like, oh, you obviously feel terrible. But you're feeling at least off and a bit more run down than you're used to. Oh, yes. And then we have the question of what do I do with my energy? I'm guessing, was that one of the inverted ones?
The only one that inverted was the middle one.
Okay. So yes, what do I do with my energy? Because like, as someone who's chronically ill and disabled, I totally get this. Do I use my time and energy to take care of myself physically, or do I use my time and energy to take care of myself mentally and emotionally? Because very often those two things don't go together. The things that make my heart and my brain happy tend to take it out of me physically, and if I'm resting physically, then my brain and my heart are sad because it's typically a lonely kind of an experience. So yeah, I completely understand with the energy that I have, what's the priority? And I am sorry that is what you are currently having to deal with. Ace of Coins. Is there a new treatment or something that you're looking into that you're hoping is gonna help things looking up, like maybe not necessarily a new treatment, but like or a new specialist, something in that regard? Because this is quite literally turning over like a new leaf. Like we're looking, this is Earth, which is
reality.
Yep, which that's where our health lies. So I'm not going to say that this treatment isn't gonna work, but I think that it's gonna be slightly more wonky than perhaps people are expecting. Like maybe they think it's gonna be one timeline, but it's a different timeline in terms of when symptoms are gonna start getting better, or maybe you're gonna need higher or lower doses than people are planning, but I'm gonna draw myself a little clarifier.
I've been having a fun time.
Oh, I like this. That's better. I like that.
I'm having a fun time just staring at the symmetry of these things too, or lack thereof.
Apexa, if you are willing to wait, because we basically have a list that we're working from, you can be our last reading of the night if you are willing to wait. Just let us know. So that is a clarifier for myself, because it's like the third card was the turning over of the new leaf, the starting of the treatment, but there really wasn't sort of an outcome. So I tried to see if I could get any kind of an outcome with that. And King of Coins, we like much better.
Capricorn.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else.
And really becoming in control of the physical.
Yeah, I mean, because One of the things about this deck, especially with the suit cards in here, is playing the game of symmetry. This deck is huge on symmetry, and you have to look really, really closely. Unfortunately, with you guys with the camera here, you can't see all the fine detail that I can with me literally staring at the card here. With it being a few inches in front of my face here. The designs of these two look like they are symmetrical, and for the most part, they are. Color symmetry is not present in this one, but the design symmetry is. Color symmetry is present in this one. Until you look at the fine details of all these little black squiggles that are coming off of the vines of the various thing here. And that's when you realize that, oh, no, it's close, but no, it really isn't symmetrical. But the nice thing about this is you go from the progression of the upside down High Priestess to the King of Coins, where the lady who's trying but tired versus the king who's in full control. This also makes the progression of which of these two, which is more symmetrical. In fact, it's this one by a long shot. This one didn't even try color-wise.
No.
This one has the color nailed. The only thing that it's wrong about this one, symmetrical-wise, are these little black squiggles here. And they're close. Some of them are really, really, really close. They didn't even try in this one. So it's like there is a progression here.
Yes.
A positive progression.
Yeah, no, I like that progression better than one of the other progressions we saw. Yeah, no, but health-wise, this is definitely things are looking up, and I wish you so much luck and so much joy with that, because as somebody who has also just started new treatment, new specialist, new things, things seem to be looking up.
Not fun for sometimes.
It's not fun in the short term, but this isn't about the short term.
Nope. Alrighty.
So thanks so much, Kate. Anne, if you are still here, Anne Gates, it is your turn.
Anne Gates, you've been very patient, so please make yourself known now. And
I believe she said she's from Glasgow. So I'm not sure what time it is. Thanks for sticking with us.
Exactly.
Here, let me flip the...
There's a 5-hour time difference between here and Glasgow.
Oh, Anne is still here.
Yay! It's your turn, Anne. So what would you like to ask, and who would you like to ask it from? Let me shuffle your...
1:45 in Glasgow right now.
We had a few people chime in that they're from the UK tonight.
Yep. Now we're waiting for Anne's response.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's fine. We can be entertaining on our own.
Really?
We've never had to do that before.
Oh, no. We've never had to just play the game of waiting for someone to respond with something and go
because the internet time delay is not obnoxious at all.
Not at all. Yes. So yes. So yes, Anne, we're looking for what your question or lack thereof, which you would like to have read you, or be the primary person, which deck you want, and the number between 1 and 78, so we know where to start in our cards.
Health, okay.
Okay, health.
Okay, we like health. Number between 1 and 78. If you would like my father or me to take point, or both of us, and if you would like the dragon deck, the deck that we just used, or
I would say listen, for a health deck, I wouldn't use the relationship deck for a health question.
No, but that would be a little funny. 18. And which deck would you like?
If she doesn't chime in, I'm gonna go with dragons. I think that would probably make more sense.
Whatever works. We just proved that the Dark Shadows deck does help.
It does
too. So
I mean, it does.
Sorry, we're getting a little punchy.
We'll wait for Anne to
it's
respond.
It's going to be that point in the evening.
Dragons or Dark Shadows?
Ooh, what shall it be?
And we wait. Hey, how many pictures at Ren Fair season do you have of leaning on that one?
Everyone's like, "Oh, that's a cool do dragons."
Okay.
Yep. Everyone's like, "Oh, that's a cool pose." This is me going, "Thanks. I'm using my father as a mobility aid."
Exactly.
Thanks. My cane's in the tent. such a cool pose. Thanks. I'm glad that that's what you think I'm doing.
Do, 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 do. Another one that we've seen before.
Oh, thanks, Gilletta. Yeah, I've been doing the red and black thing for a little bit.
You can flip whenever you are
Flip.
ready. All right. So we have the reverse 8 of Wands, the 3 of Cups, and the reverse 3 of Swords. Like I said, we've seen this one before already. So I'll turn these around so we can see the pictures here. And hopefully the camera will properly,
Well, also
focus on this crap this time.
Well, also, as Gabby pointed out, Facebook compresses videos to hell, so Facebook itself is not helping us.
Well,
So,
we only can do what we can do here.
looking towards the health.
All right. So first off, in the 8 of Wands, you see that it's a combination. It's a fire card with wands, but there's a lot of water going through here. Water, emotional aspect here. And the idea is the dragon has actually left the castle way up here, and he's following the stream. Now, in some kinds of referral of readings, this kind of refers to because water being emotional, it refers to like essentially following the stream, which is your heart's desire, with all your energy in there. And the idea is that you have to have a good dose of energy to actually follow that, because again, you are getting away from your comfort zone. So from a health point of view, it's all right. Recovery is a bit of a long haul, but you've made progress. You're on the way there. But yeah, you've had to do some things and change some things, which have basically gotten you outside your comfort zone. That's why you're not in your little tower, your little castle over there. But that's okay. Sometimes to actually make improvements, you have to make permanent changes. And the whole thing is that you have to make sure you go in this with the knowledge that this is not going to be a short trip. Bring your lit wands with you. You're going to need them, because sometimes you're going to feel like, I don't want to do this. I want to turn around and go home.
Oh yeah, no, health. Most able-bodied people that don't get sick a lot, haven't had a lot of injuries or things in their life, they don't realize how emotional constantly being ill or chronically ill or disabled is. It's very emotional. We get very freaking tired of it.
Do you really?
Do you think I want to do my physical therapy exercises every day?
You do realize that my question was...
I know. Now you have me on my soapbox.
All right, so moving on, the 3 of Cups, it kind of basically, again, this is kind of a metaphor. I think it's a cool metaphor, but it's a metaphor for the idea of permanent change. The idea is that you could say 3 dragons on the rock, the cups, the 3, the emotion, it all kind of plays in here. And look at how big that rock is and how big those dragons are. Now, those dragons have been there a long time. This is their comfort zone. They've grown up here. They've had fun here. Now there's not enough space for them. So essentially, one thing has got to happen. It can happen in more than one ways. Is that one of the dragons has to leave to make room for the other 2, or all 3 of them leave. Basically, find a better, larger place to hang out and continue to grow, because they're going to get bigger. That's what dragons do. They just get bigger. So this is the hard part, making the decision, because again, it's going to be a permanent change. You can't keep the 3 together on that rock. You either lose one or you lose the rock. But that's okay, because sometimes change is necessary. And the idea is that typically the smart dragons basically realize that they would rather stick together, which means that, okay, time to leave this rock and go out and find a new place to hang out, which is bigger for us. Not that we're never going to forget this. I mean, this has been great. This is, lots of memories. Hey, maybe we could go back and visit sometime, blah, blah, blah. But we can't do our day-to-day stuff here anymore. And yeah, it can sometimes be a bit of an emotional trauma.
It is.
And then the last card, you hate to say it, but I'm going to say it again because it really kind of means the same thing as it did last time. It's the whole point of 3 swords stabbing the heart, but the swords is an air card, which is about your logical processing. It's how you logically, mentally are dealing with the emotional wounds, the emotional trauma. It ain't all about emotion here.
Which as somebody who also is in this fun cycle, typically the answer to how is your brain dealing with that, the typical answer is not well. And it doesn't seem like it's going well in this card either.
No, but again, it's one of those things that's long term and you have to persevere through it.
Oh no, I know. This is why I tell people that this is why I find the humor in what's happening with me. This is why I make jokes a lot of the time about what I go through and what I deal with. Because if you can't laugh at it, then you would just be sad about it all the time. I am sorry that you are also struggling.
Yeah, definitely. But the idea is that, from a health perspective, it kind of says you're in this the long haul.
Mm-hmm.
Short term, unfortunately, can suck, especially because the fact of you're talking about having to make some permanent changes that you do not want to make. It's going to push you outside your comfort zone.
Yeah, the goalposts have moved and no one asked your opinion about it.
Correct.
Yeah, that's going to be a big thing. I am sorry that you don't have her support with you physically here anymore.
Not
if there is
physically,
any,
but
yeah, if there is any consolation, she's still around you, and also
mm-hmm.
there are plenty of people in similar situations that you could always reach out to as well. I know a lot of support groups.
Mm-hmm. And no, this is not misery loves company concept. I mean, there's a lot of groups out there which actually are valid and
we
they provide
really do help each other.
Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So, wish we could tell you better, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
On that note.
So, Andrea, it's your turn. We're having one of our YouTubers, our YouTube people getting your reading. So, Andrea, in case you missed out on the little explanation beforehand, choose which reader you would like to take point or both. You could have both as well.
Well, we're both going to say things anyway, but who do you want to be the point person?
Yep. A number between 1 and 78 and which deck you would like. You can choose the dragon deck, which is the one that was just used. You can choose the Swiss 11J deck, which plays a lot more with colors and symmetry. And then there is also the sexual magic tarot deck if you had any like relationship questions or things of that nature. So you don't have to have a question, but if you do, just let us know. So wait for your comment to tell us what you would like. How's it going, Sound Guy? Where have you been the last few months?
I was going to say he's been very quiet back there of late in the last 10 minutes.
I have been sick and working.
Sick of working?
No, sick and working. Sometimes at the same time.
No, they still don't make people do that. No, people haven't learned over COVID at all, have they?
No.
I'm tired of the COVID thing. I got to find a new illness to get. I've done that 3 times. We're good.
Okay, so Andrea wants both of us.
That's fine. Number between 1 and 7. Okay, we got 7.
And a deck.
And then, would you like dragons, sex deck, or the sexual one? Yes. All right.
Okay, was there a question or just a general? I'll get the deck ready. Get the cards ready.
Fine.
Yes. Is there a question to ask?
If there isn't, this is going to be really interesting.
We've done general readings with the sex deck before.
If Bill has romantic feelings for me, so does Bill like her or does he like her?
That's a very high school thing.
I'm sorry. That's just what it made me think of.
Okay, go ahead and flip it. Interesting deck cards we have here. Again, we don't have noticed tonight is that we get an awful lot of the inverted on the first and the third, and then the second one is facing right up. I'm not quite sure if that's a message meant for us tonight, something like that. So we have the inverted Knave of Chalices, otherwise known as Pisces. We have the Queen of Swords again, Leo. Oh, I'm sorry, Queen of Swords. Excuse me. That's
Yeah,
right.
it was like
Queen of
that.
Swords,
Yeah.
Aquarius. Duh, I can't read. And then the last card is the inverted Eight of Swords. So two cards for the element of air and one for water. All right. Let's see here. First off, we have what I refer to as the frustrated poet. I guess first of all, I could ask the question from the signs: Aquarius or Pisces. Andrea, does that mean anything for you or Bill? Okay, I can be kind of curious about that one.
Mm-hmm.
While I wait for a response, I'll just start talking about this one.
Yep.
Yes. So we have what I refer to as the frustrated poet. The man here who's like trying to write that perfect poem, sonnet, Shakespeare, et cetera, whatever, and he's so pissed off. He's like, he's balling up these things, throws them in the back. You see there's a cat in the background. He's playing with a bunch of other ones. He's wad up and thrown away. And the thing is, you can see here, there's a picture outside. There's a full moon and there's a nice couple dancing in the moonlight. And the idea is that this poor schmo is basically spending his time, wasting his time, trying to write that perfect piece of literature. Meanwhile, life is happening outside and he's missing it. It's an emotional card because the idea of, and maybe this is where you were before with the thought, does he like me? Do they like it? And the thing is, maybe you've been like running through this in your head going, God damn it. Like you're not getting a clear signal from him. Therefore, your own heart, your own mind is kind of like playing that whole row of frustrated poet here. As you're like going, I need some kind of a resolution.
Oh, here we got it.
Oh, okay. Virgo and Libra. All right, so we're not even close on that one. That's okay.
Interesting combo though.
Yeah, it is. Could be very interesting. And so the Queen of Swords, Aquarius. We're still in Aquarius, aren't we?
This is the dawning.
We're almost over. We have another week of Aquarius to go here. And there you have the lady, the queen, revering that picture of her man on the wall behind her. Yes. And so, she's more focused on that than actually anything else that she's worried about right now, being the queen of whatever. And yet there she is fixated on that person. Are you being that queen? Are you that fixated on him?
Oh, that's funny.
What?
He's a songwriter.
He's a songwriter. Interesting.
Frustrated poet, frustrated songwriter.
Yes, well, hey, maybe this is him then. The fact that it's or a combination thereof there with the whole point of the, trying to actually do all that sort of stuff there. But there's a lot, and the idea is that this really is kind of these two cards really are kind of referring to where are you right now? Where is your mind? Where is your heart? That's the whole point. This is your heart. This is your mind. The actual answer to your question doesn't show up until here. Hey, look what we got here. One of our air cards with lots of nudity.
Uh-huh.
So
oh, no.
Oh, and clearly, these two are not into this at all, as I say that very, very sarcastically. You have Pan in the background here playing his pipe, he's actually giving you guys some mood music. So the idea
kind.
What was that?
How kind of him.
Does he have romantic feelings for you? In a word, yeah. I think his fantasy is that, and maybe it's yours too. In which case, okay, no harm done here at all. Again, this is something which obviously is very consensual, very mutual. You can tell by the look on. At least you can't see his face, but you can see hers. Yeah, this deck is also very well known for you have to really, really look closely on the actual facial expressions of the people, because sometimes
She's older than him.
What was it?
She's older than him.
So what?
I don't know. She just commented that. Don't know if it matters. I don't personally think it does.
I don't think it makes a difference at all, to tell you the truth. Do you wish to chime in on that?
I mean, you take most of my talking points. You're very rude in that way.
Well, sorry. You should talk first then sometimes.
I hate you.
I say the eyes I'm getting right now, yes.
So basically, yeah, you took most of my talking points. And yeah, no, just to be, I don't think age is gonna matter in this unless one or both of you has already said that it might be a problem. You fantasize, yeah. It's good. Fantasizing is good.
Well, one of the things which I ask or I tell people when it comes to things like this is, sometimes the bluntness actually works better. If you're really kind of curious, if you're waiting for him to make the first move, maybe he's just waiting for you to give him the reaction that will tell him that he's can move in. So the idea is, okay, if you're really curious, just ask him.
Yes.
Yeah, because the thing is, sometimes men like that. Because sometimes we're stupid.
Well, I don't think it's a men like that. I personally think that direct communication is the way to go.
If you go with typical society and culture and quote the rules of this nonsense, the man is supposed to woo the woman.
Right. So I thought we were finally moving away from the 80s romance teenage rom-coms. I thought we were finally moving away from that.
Are you kidding me? That crap is going to be that has been going on for hundreds of years and will continue to go on for hundreds more.
Okay, so then the circles that I run in, we've dispensed with that.
Well, good for you. I don't think the majority of the world has yet.
Well, I mean, my God, just freaking ask the person. Yeah. So yeah, if don't worry about being older than him. If it's not an issue, if no one's brought it up yet, then
yeah, I don't. I mean, the cards are rather blunt, and that's the thing is that sometimes the cards give very like nebulous. The interpretation is rather nebulous. That one wasn't. That was a very blunt one. Very very easy one for me to look at and kind of go, yeah.
Oh, see, Giletta's backing me up, father. Giletta asked her husband to marry her, and her son's fiance asked him. So there.
Well, I would still say you're the exception than the rule.
I think we're becoming the rule.
Well, honestly, good.
We're in that fun diametric generational shift now.
If that's true, good.
Okay.
I say that with all sincerity.
Let me double check here.
Who is left?
Do we have Mashai Hicks? Are you still here? That is the only person left on the list. If there if Mashai is not here, then we have 2 spaces still open. If Mashai is still here, then we only have 1.
I thought there was another person you said that would be the last person, but it wasn't that name.
Neither of them responded.
Oh, then never mind.
So, hang on. I basically confirm if you want the thing. They didn't.
Oh, fine, just do me. I'll take this.
No.
I mean, that's after.
Ick.
Yo, Giletta, if you want a spot, we'll give you a spot. You've been here all night.
And Rennie?
Yeah, and Rennie, if Farida, contact us for next month. But Rennie, yeah, if it doesn't seem that Mashai is here, so we will do Giletta and we will do Rennie, and that is how we shall close out the evening.
We'll call it an evening.
Yep.
All right, so Giletta.
So, Rennie, just in case you have not heard this before, the way this works, you need to pick one of us or both of us to be the person taking point for your reading. A number between 1 and 78. Tell us whether or not you have a question you would like to have answered and which deck you would like us to read from. We have the Dragon Tarot deck, the Sexual Magic Tarot deck, and the Dark Shadows Tarot deck. And they all do slightly different things. Oh, Giletta's offering to go last. Ooh. Being very nice for... Yeah, unfortunately, Farida, we can't get to everybody. We only do 10 per live stream, because if we tried to get to everybody, we would never stop live streaming. So if you would
I mean, like our first one.
Yeah, that was 4.5 hours.
It was insane.
So if
But
you,
yeah, that
if you'd like,
we didn't give a cutoff point. So anyway,
before we start on Rennie's, I just want to do a couple of housekeeping things. One, April is coming up.
oh yeah, go ahead and do that. Talk about this.
April is coming up, and we have a lot of newbies. For our non-newbies, we do a special April Fool's Day, not typically on April Fool's, but the closest Thursday that we can get to it. We typically do a special April Fool's Day live stream where we're not doing the readings. Sound guy is doing the readings, and we're doing the sound.
Yeah, we're in the background heckling him for a change.
So if you would like to sign up for a reading for that, again, we only have 10 spots, but just know if you do sign up for a reading for that particular live stream, it's all for fun and silly goofiness.
Oh yes, he doesn't even attempt to try to do it legitimately.
No, but it's weirder. The more whiskey he drinks, the more accurate he becomes. It's
But he'll be talking about them crop circles again. That's a regular.
True.
He gives the dragon deck. All the coins become crop circles.
So if you would like to have an April Fool's Day reading from Sound Guy, please do sign up for them. If you would like to have a normal reading before then, we will be back in mid-March for our live stream. And he does look a bit like Tommy Chong. You are not the first person to say that.
Who?
Me? Tommy Chong?
A lot of people have told me that you look like Tommy Chong.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've never heard that one before.
How? Why?
Because I don't think I look like Tommy Chong at all. That's why.
I'm going to agree with him on this one.
I think I look like Cheech Marin than Tommy Chong. And I don't look a thing like Cheech Marin either.
So, and thank you so much for reminding me, Kate. So yes, I said that there was a fun special announcement about Rad's birthday. We have been asked to help put together a psychic expo in Vermont the weekend of my birthday, which is the 5th and the 6th of August. We will be doing the online classes that we do, that are our tarot classes, our energy classes, our palmistry, our numerology. All of those classes that we offer online, we will be offering in person at this expo. There are also going to be seances. There's going to be mentalist. There's going to be a sort of crystals 101 type of thing. There's going to be a room full of readers of all different kinds. So if you want to get a reading done by somebody, you have your pick of some really, really excellent people. There are also going to be really awesome vendors that have really awesome witchy holistic things. So
plus some entertainment.
Plus
us teaching classes as well.
I love you too, Faith.
Which reminds me, since you're watching, Amanda, you owe me your write-up of your class.
Whoop. Whee! Amanda says, woohoo, VT Psychic Expo. Yes, if you guys are interested in buying tickets for that or anything like that, it is being put on by Vermont Gatherings. They have a website. They also have a Facebook page, so you can.
The town is in Essex Junction, Vermont. It has not yet been officially launched publicly, so that's why there's no official details. The Vermont Gatherings, the company which is putting this together, I understand that they're probably going to be going officially public with this before the end of the month, which is why we have to get all of our marketing promotional stuff to them so we can put all this stuff together.
Yes, they accidentally went public with it slightly earlier than planned, but hey, it's happening on my birthday weekend. So if that isn't any more reason to come out, I don't know what is.
We are helping coordinate this whole thing because as the premier commandant of Vermont Gathering says, he didn't know a thing about the psychic biz, but he trusts us. More fool him.
More fool him. Okay, so anyway,
That
scrolling
was
back up in the comments.
I was gonna say another one being blocked. Yes, going after Amanda this time.
So Rennie said both of us, number 77. And
Oh, okay. Dragons.
Yep.
Question.
Nope. Looks like we're doing a general. And yep, I got another one. Jesus. I miss you too, honey. Like, come up and visit, or I'll come down, whichever. We'll figure something out. We'll figure out. You got to meet my cat. He is so ridiculous. You'll love him.
I did shuffle this deck.
Yeah, we all heard it.
Oh my god.
Rennie does have a question. How does Sean view me after our call? It's regarding work and opportunity.
Okay.
So let's
Probably with his eyes.
flip
of it. All water cards.
So
work and opportunity. But
is this a work we're feeling perhaps emotional and passionate about?
Yeah, I definitely think so. King of Cups. Again, none of them are inverted, by the way. So that's I guess that's one thing which makes it a little easier to interpret. King of Cups also doubles as Cancer from a zodiac point of view. So I don't know if that's if that makes sense or not. But yeah, the water all referring to emotion. You have the combination of the lone wolf howling off the distance there by himself. You have, again, these two cards have already shown up tonight. The idea of the pick your poison, pick your cup, but basically going for the low-hanging fruit. Simplification is the easiest thing here rather than what you typically would do. But you're thirsty and you need to sate yourself quickly. And then this one, once again, the get the hell away from the shore with the storm.
Yeah.
Get more to safety. So
I'm thinking, if I might just
go for it.
What I've seen here. I really hope that you're not the person that at work everyone's give her more stuff, more work for you. You get to do it all because you don't complain and you'll take it. I hope that that's not how you are in the workplace, because this is kind of what I'm seeing, and I'm kind of seeing essentially the fallout from that, where we've gotten to the point where you literally cannot take any more on.
But Lord knows they want to keep piling it on. Just keep on using and abusing you.
Goodness gracious.
Like he has emotions for her.
Maybe
that's the comment that just popped in there.
He may be able to help you. That would be good. That help.
Okay.
Just what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing someone who really, really tries to get as much as they possibly can done by themselves. But yeah, no, this might be a helping point. We might have reached the helping point.
Well, the idea is, okay, if we're looking at this one, is the lone wolf you? You're trying to basically do everything by yourself, and you're out there on your own, just kind of like wallowing in your own misery, trying to get through your own work aspect here. That's how I kind of view that in the course idea of the simplification is that, you're taking too much has been thrown at you. So, all right. So if he can help you, I mean, emotionally aspect, he can definitely give you some good impact and some good advice. But one of his advice things may be that you need to lighten the load here.
Oh, she said, yes, lone wolf could be me.
Yeah.
Yep. That's kind of what I'm seeing is you've gotten yourself into a position that isn't sustainable, unfortunately. And if he can sort of either help you emotionally with that or help get you out of it.
Yeah. I mean, basically is that your current modus operandi is not long-term sustainable. Mm-hmm. Emotionally, it's going to drive you insane. So something's going to have to give at some point. And maybe this person may be the person who actually can, if you can't extricate yourself, perhaps he can help you in one way or another.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. That's a very good way of putting it. Sorry, just for funsies.
Well, we didn't use your deck.
Oh, I thought we did.
No.
Okay, never mind then.
There was mine.
Oh yes, good God.
Different.
Stop trying to focus so hard on the yes. you're missing the forest for the trees. You're trying to do too much on your own. Yeah, absolutely. Let Sean help you.
Yeah, definitely. Alrighty.
And so we will be closing out the evening with Gilletta. So, hey, Gilletta, come on down.
Come on down. I remember now the person who was the voice on the sound guy for The Price is Right. Don Pardo.
Now I'm trying to remember if I've actually heard him, because I know that this is a before my time kind of a thing.
Okay.
But I'm also the kid that used to watch reruns of the Match Game. When I
It's
was homesick.
Saturday Night Live.
Oh, okay.
He did that. He voiced Saturday Night. He was the voiceover for Saturday Night Live for like the first 20 years.
And Gilletta says both Dragon 69.
Oh, she wants the Dragons with 69. Do you want to go with the Red Deck 69? Oh, whatever.
So
Had to make the joke.
question is regarding family stability. I am Scorpio, husband is Virgo, son is Leo. 2 kids outside of home, Libra and Aries. Libra engaged to Sagittarius. Wow, you're very thorough.
69?
69.
Let me count
And
backwards.
we're looking at family stability.
Alrighty. So with all those astrological signs, did we get any zodiacs in this cards? No, not a one.
That is like she did her homework.
She absolutely
didn't matter.
So Scorpio, Virgo, Leo, Libra, Aries, engaged to Scorpio, Sagittarius. Mother's another Scorpio. Oh boy.
Yeah, she really did all the homework. She really did, and and you're saying it does not matter one bit.
Okay, no, in this case, actually, it doesn't matter one bit.
All right,
go ahead and flip it. So we have, at least if nothing else, we've got 3 different cards. Haven't seen these cards at all tonight. I was getting really tired of seeing the 3 of Swords and the Fool and the Leo cards. All right, so we have the 9 of Cups first off. We've got the upside down 7 of Wands and the finale card, the 7 of Swords. So a pair of 7s. Lucky number 7 or resolution number 7. Turn this around so you can actually see this. This has got a nice little thing. We're talking about stability here. I refer to the first card there as the fish out of water card. You see, it's a water scene, and the dragon there is a little seahorse dragon who's literally jumped out of the lake to kind of go, hello, let's see what's out here. Meanwhile, his fellow brethren fish are like, going, are you kidding? Can't breathe here. I'm going back in. So you're getting that different perspective, seeing all these other things right now. And yeah, okay, you can't breathe oxygen, so you can't stay up there for that long, but at least you can get an idea of what else is out there. Get outside your pond and see a little bit more that there is need to be seen. Large families will do that, right? You have to basically start seeing things with different perspectives.
Well, I mean,
the more people. Just remember the LBI vacations when we had 17 people in that house.
I mean, the most we ever had was actually 26 with all the fucking toddlers.
Okay, but you get the point.
Yes.
Versus when it's just like, half a dozen.
Yes, when it was the 5 of us this year, that was quite nice.
But also very different.
But not bad.
No, I didn't say it was bad. I mean, there's pluses and minuses to both. Don't get me wrong here.
Absolutely.
Big plus being I was there.
That was a nice plus.
What was that?
The biggest plus being that I was there. It's okay to be speechless. Most people are around me.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. And then we have our pair of 7s. We have the symmetrical lit chalices for the 7 of Wands. And there you are right in the middle of that card, ready to actually use your Force Lightning if you're a Star Wars fan. It's amazing when I show that people, how many people actually of the younger generation don't even know what I'm talking about. They're not into Star Wars. I'm like, wow, okay. The idea of out of this dragon's talon is coming, maybe you guys can't see with these crappy cameras, is actually a little bit of what we refer to as Force Lightning. Now, I'll grant you, Star Wars thing is just more of just a reference because after all, the Star Wars, only the bad guys used it. But the idea is that it's using, you have the lightning coming out of your talon. You can use that for whatever you wish, because after all, it's just energy. Energy without any context. You're the one who creates the context. Do you want to use it for helping yourself? You want to use it for helping others? You want to use it for lousy reasons? Okay, it's your energy to spend as you will. Now, typically for a card like this, it refers to actually you using it for some value as opposed to you using it for some evil, twisted purpose. Because after all, 7 is more about resolution. The card is upside down because it's almost to the point where you don't realize that you have this kind of energy.
Mm-hmm.
And then the finale card here, the 7 of Swords, again, another resolution number. But there you have the open door frame. And the context behind this, because Red and I both know this suit very, very well.
Yes.
In this dragon deck, once you get past the number 3, the swords actually start forming metaphorical doorways. But in every single one of them, from the 4 through the 10, other than the 7, there's a problem. You know, the dragon can't get through for one reason or another. In this one, the dragon's back is to the door frame because he's actually just gone through. And he's actually punched a couple of swords here. There's actually 9 swords in the card. These 2 little ones back here. He basically broke the door partially just to get through. And the thing is, here there was nothing preventing it from going through, and that's why he said, "Screw it, I'm going."
Mm-hmm.
Now, so from the purpose of family stability, yeah,
It looks like you're becoming more.
becoming more.
It's funny because, you know, from our own personal, you know, standpoint here is we're also working on our family stability. It's almost like as people grow and change, you have to like grow and change with them or something. So I can totally see the work that is currently being done, essentially. You know, I'm not going to say it's perfect. I'm not going to say that you have all figured everything out and that y'all are super great, amazing communicators right immediately now. But things are moving, things are shifting, things are beginning to change. This is more of a long term.
Oh, great Lord Fafnir.
Yes.
2 7s there, which are both prime. Does that have any bearing on this reading at all?
No, definitely. If I got their prime, no.
Okay.
Which deck did we use? A clarifier is needed.
Yours.
All right. So if I were no longer here, will I have set everyone up to be able to be successful without me? Here, let me just...
Queen of coins. You are the queen. There's your egg. So the answer is yes.
I like that for you.
7's your lucky number. Of course, yeah, it might be your lucky number. I mean, again, we don't call it lucky. We call it the number of resolution.
Yes.
Because after all, luck doesn't mean good luck.
Nope. We don't couch anything with good or bad.
Remember the song "Born Under a Bad Sign"? I've been down since I began to crawl. If it wasn't for bad luck, I wouldn't have no luck at all.
Yeah, Gilletta, you've done fine.
You've done good.
No notes. Have a break, have a coffee.
For those of you who want to find out the true significance of 2 matching prime numbers in a reading, tune in April 6th.
Well, you do realize that most of the single digit ones are in fact prime numbers. So
Well, yeah.
So you can say that if you get 2, like, because most of them are single digits anyway. So like when you can have lots of mixing and matching prime numbers in readings.
It's not most of the single digits. It's all the odd single digit numbers. Because
2 is prime.
Fair, but it's still all the odd ones. That's
Well,
not,
1,
that
2,
was not a
3,
false
Are we really-
5, 7.
Are
Yeah.
we really going to close this out with math?
Hooray for new math, new math. It won't do you a look good to review math. It's so simple, so very simple, that only a child can do it.
Look, I'm a drummer. It's always about math.
And on that note,
Can you count to 4?
I can count to 4 in several different languages.
somebody help me. Somebody help me.
There is,
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
there is no help. Alrighty. So once again, we have managed to get our way through this.
We have. So yep, we will be back in mid-March, right near probably in the week of St. Patty's Day. Probably.
I believe so.
And then for April, if you would like a reading, just know it is going to be a weird one from Sound Guy.
Not a correct one, mind you, but a weird one.
And because this disclaimer is happening, you can't blame us.
Absolutely not. However, we did it the one time as an experiment. It was so popular
That
we brought him
now
back.
It's tradition.
Now it's tradition. So this will be his 3rd year on doing April Fool's readings.
Yep.
So 3rd time's the charm this year. But thank you guys for tuning in and watching us, because after all, if you guys weren't watching us, we wouldn't continue to keep doing this.
Exactly. That is very true.
We started this during COVID for obvious reasons, because this was one of the few ways we actually get a chance and actually talk with all you people. But we are popular enough to the fact that you guys want us back, so that's why we keep doing this. So
Exactly.
thank you. Oh, did you want to throw up our little blurb, our little commercial blurb real quick here? If you want to give us some money for your free reading, so this is completely shameless.
If you want to tip us, paypal.me/Fafnir and Spawn. And if you don't want to tip us,
That's okay.
that's also fine.
Yeah. So I guess it was a completely shameless plug here. We'll give more shameless plugs next time, because
Hey, I gave a shameless plug that had nothing to do with any of this at the beginning.
Well, I know.
So.
Well, the thing is, we're starting to hit events again. Believe it or not, spring's almost here, so therefore, event season. We'll have a lot more events to talk about in March, but and hopefully we'll have some more developments on the Vermont Psychic Expo that will be happening the first weekend of August over your birthday. Hopefully by then it will have gone public, so we can give them more specifics on that. So
Yes, but definitely check Vermont Gatherings website, their Facebook page, our website, our Facebook page. We're gonna have all of the info as it becomes available.
exactly. So until that note, merry meet. Hey, come on. Merry meet, merry part, and merry meet again. Till next time.